One of the most loser excuses that I've ever heard from a man today is I can't get women because I'm not tall enough. I can't get women because I don't have enough money. I can't get women because I'm ugly. Let's not act like, let's not act like those things aren't a factor, right? Let's not act like those things don't matter because they do. But to be honest, when I hear shit like that, bro, I have to question your mind, bro. You should be thinking, how do I overcome these obstacles and still get what I want? One of the greatest conquerors in human history, Napoleon, was 5'3". Like, bro, like, okay, you're you're short, you can't get women, figure it out. I don't feel sorry for dudes that complain and cry about it. Or even worse, like you wait at home expecting one to just jump through your window and, you know, be married. Like get married like that. We're gonna talk about the mind of a conqueror, of an initiator, a go-getter, a self-starter. And we're gonna attack it through approaching women. Okay. There's been a lot of stigma, with approaching women. The stigma goes, oh, what if they report me? Oh, what if they file a claim on me that I harassed them? Oh, I'm not tall enough. I'm not tall enough. Just say, you might as well just say, I'm not good enough to have a woman. Just say it. Just say it out loud. Just say it. It's okay. Admit it. Admit it to yourself. You don't believe. You don't believe. But you know what? That's better for me. That's better for me because it means more for me. I don't feel sorry for dudes that make fucking excuses for not going after the things they want. I don't feel sorry for dudes who fucking settle. I don't. Never fucking settle in your life. Never settle. To settle is just to show you have no self belief. To settle is to quit. Never fucking settle. And that's a big problem with men today. They're okay with scraps, they're okay with getting leftovers, they're okay with taking the easy way out. I've wanted to do those things. I've definitely wanted to do those things. But I consistently fucking show up. And in the art of approaching women, those things happen. Because you're taking a fucking risk. But as they say, fortune favors the bold. Do you think the Most High is going to want to give you the woman of your dreams if you're not willing to take a risk to go find her? Treasure is not found just by laying around. You're given treasure maps, so you go on the journey to find the treasure. Take on the mind of a conqueror, of someone who wants to just win. How do I get there? What is it gonna take? And let's fucking do it. It is so weak, it is so lame to hear dudes complain about their height, about not having enough money. Because you're looking at yourself on the outside. But who are you on the inside? Because all that is a manifestation of who you are on the inside. You have no self belief. You have no fucking self respect. You have no self love. Be a fucking trendsetter. Be a fucking trendsetter. If you're 5'4", 5'5", and you say you're too short to get women, go to fucking Mexico and you're gonna see the men out there at 5'3", 5'2", 5'1", with fucking women 5'7", 5'8". You know? But how do we overcome this negative thinking? You have to fucking believe. You have to understand it's not about what you have, it's about who you are. And I'm gonna speak on my own experience here. At the beginning of this year, when I started cold approaching, I was about like 185, 190 pounds. And I was not secure in my looks at all. But it's true. I'm glad that the Most High made me start when I was fatter, because in the back of my head, I would tell myself, "Oh, but when I get lean, when I get shredded, they're not gonna resist me, bro. They don't give a fuck about any of that. Oh, well, if I have better clothes, when I have better money, I've had my best approaches looking the fucking worse I have. But you know why I've still gotten certain fucking great conversations from great women? It's because of who I had to fucking become. It's because of who I had to fucking become. And trust me, I've definitely have felt unseen, unheard, ignored, like I didn't matter in the room, but I didn't fucking roll over and die as many times as I wanted to. You could even ask my brothers, like, the amount of times I fucking wanted to do that. But I'm not gonna be someone who fucking settles. So as the scripture says, a righteous man falleth 7 times and get back up. You cleave unto the Lord and you hold on and you get in that spiritual Uber and you just trust and you keep growing, because the the hard work with the right work is gonna get you exactly to where you want to. Exactly where you want to. Now, for the aspect of approaching women despite your height, despite, being super handsome, despite I was 185 to 190 pounds. I didn't feel my best. But as I kept interacting with these women, I realized it was about what I would say, also how I presented myself. My presence. My presence was not good when I started off. It was shaky. And when you begin to understand women nature, they crave security, stability, and we as men are that stabilizing force. We are the stillness in that chaotic storm. That is so attractive for a man to be still, what they call confidence, to be unshakable. Because a man who's not still, who's not unshakable, he can't be trusted. He's double minded. One day he'll be good, one day he'll be bad. That's why NBA athletes like Michael Jordan, he was unshakable. Despite being down 20, he never lacked belief. Not to say doubts didn't show up in his head, because they probably did, but he kept fucking going and going and going and going. The mind of a fucking conqueror. How the fuck am I gonna win? Cold approaching, if you're not doing it already, and you're someone who's fucking fat, fucking do it. I fucking did it. I'm not the most fucking handsome guy out there. But even then, I've had to work on my appearance. I've had to work my clothing. I've had to work on my body. I had to work on who I was on the inside to get women to be receptive. And each interaction is going to be a reflection of you. They're going to mirror your energy. If you're nervous and unsure of yourself, they're going to be nervous and unsure of themselves too in that moment, because they're unsure of you. If you're confident and you're still, they're going to feel that. They're going to mirror you. The conversation is not going to be so nervous and awkward. She's going to feel moved. She's going to feel you. That's the power of stillness. But how do we get to that? You have to choose. You have to make decisions and stick to them. Which is why the scriptures say, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. It means keeping your word, because that's going to make you solid. That's going to build your foundation up. When you have thoughts in your head that, I'm so short, I can't get women, people feel that. They may not be able to tell that, but they feel it. It shows in your behaviors, because it's your spirit manifesting. you know? You have to be okay with who you are and figure out how to grow and be better. And if you could even like use those disadvantages as advantages and learn how to overcome them, you're going to be so much more confident and convicted. Let's kill the lame fucking attitude, the lame fucking excuses. Oh, why can't I get? Because I'm fucking short. Blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Honestly, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Be a fucking trendsetter. Overcome, endure, persist. Go after the shit you want and take it unapologetically. It's a mind of a fucking conqueror. You think fucking great conquerors back in the day felt sorry? They didn't. They just fucking executed. Let's wake the fuck up as men. You know how sad it is to know, like, I'll give you a story. This happened yesterday. A barista came up to us, me and my brother, and told us we could no longer speak to customers in the coffee shop that we go to because it makes customers uncomfortable. And they didn't want us to disrupt their business. That is fine. I was upset because I do like that coffee shop, if I'm being honest with you. But I realized it was a blessing after talking to my brother Brandon, PTK Mindset. Go follow him if you haven't already. It was a blessing because it shows you that you're so convicted in yourself that you're willing to take risk and take a chance on yourself and not settle and set a fucking trend. People don't like that. Be a fucking trendsetter. Nobody else has made a way? Good. You make the fucking way. Maybe that's your purpose as a man. Is to fucking set the trends instead of being a fucking follower. Have a fucking good day. That is it. Be a trendsetter. I'm tired of them lame ass excuses, man. That shit is fucking sorry. It's for the birds.